Power. The Oxford Dictionary defines this word as the ability to control people or things. When we look at power, we believe that the people that obtain power are able to do anything they want with more ease than any other man with less power. When we think of the people with power, I'm sure most of us think governments, royalties, and other people who institute laws. What we don't always realize, but have always had an instinct of power, is someone with more experience. For example, teachers, bosses, coaches, anyone you could think of that you look up to that can teach you what's right and what's wrong. How does power tie into the world of fishing? Well, we will be asking important questions such as who has the power to control fishing in every country, and who is funding these fishing companies and encouraging an industry that has proved to be destructive.
The top three countries with the biggest fishing industry is China, India, and Indonesia. We will look into what each country does to protect their extreme money-making industry and what helps them become the greatest in the world. Let's start off with the biggest country in the world, China. There's no doubt that China is the biggest country in the world, not because of its size, but because of its population. It is also a big cultural significance for China to eat fish. According to One World Nations Online, a fish represents wealth and prosperity because the actual word in Chinese for fish in Pinyin, yu, also translates to abundance. By the year of 618 AD, fish was already a major part of Chinese culture, and the people have seen fishing as a cultural significance. So we can clearly see that the connection between fishing and China, although how does fishing economically connect to China's government?
China's government has always been protecting the fishing industry because they make the money that the fishing industry brings in. It's as simple as that, really. And of course, they're going to continue to protect it because of the money that they're making. So it's less of a moral decision and more of a money making decision.
India has been protecting their seas for years. The way that they have been doing this is by making groups of people teach other people about sea life. These companies are the WWF, the Worldwide Fund for Nature and Marine Stewardship Council, MSC. The training program was designed to build knowledge of how to tackle environment challenges with local fisheries by certifying the people who live there. Once passing the course, attendants could become sustainable consulants for the MSC, running training themselves and further expanding the local oversight while sharing conservation's progress. The main problem for fishing in India was fishing for shrimp because how much they would have to trawl, which involves pulling a net along the ocean floor to catch low-laying species. This is really easy for bycatch to happen. Dr. Arvind said square mush cods and bins are bycatch reduction style nets that have been found effective in trials conductions in other states in India. Compared to the presentable used diamond mesh cod ends, the square mesh cod ends have very much cleaner catch and reduces bycatch by a large number.
Many coastal fishing communities do not enjoy the same level of economic development as their urban counterparts. As such, supporting fishers is often seen by governments as a means to contribute to local development and to improve food security. Governments spend an estimated $35 billion worldwide every year to support the fishing sector, which averages about 20% of the total value of all marine fish caught at sea. Lots of support. Unfortunately, many of these subsides are harmful to the long-term health of the sector and can lead to overfishing and over-exploitation of fisher resources. Indonesia has one of the highest level of marine fisher resources. Indonesia has one of the highest level of marine biodiversity in the world and is the second largest fishing producer, and the country is also one of the top 10 fishing independent nations.
As we can clearly see, the three biggest fishing countries in the world have the power and necessities to continue their reign of terror amongst the fish. All that these countries are doing is teaching us how easy it is to fill up our bellies with fish and in return give them money. We as humans have normalized fishing into something that can no longer be controlled due to the strength of power.